Hello, everybody. This is Felicia here, and I am getting ready to set my exercise program. As promised, I said that I would give some tips, and I'm going to start today with giving you some of the tips. There's about 7 of them here, so we're going to start from the beginning. And the first one I got is set your goals. Ask yourself, what do you want from your fitness program, and be specific. In other words, set long and short term goals. Let's see. Number 2, I would say select your activities. There's cardio, there's muscular strength, there's flexibility, and diet. Now, as far as selecting your activities is, you got to select what you can do. If you can run. If you want to walk. If you want to bike. If you want to cycle. It doesn't matter which one of those cardios you pick, as long as you pick one. Now, what I've done here, and this is my exercise program that you see here, I've put together a little contract with myself that I signed today. And you can see that I have a list of things here, and I'm going over those things with you, but I decided to sign a contract for myself. And I am glad that I decided to do that, because it's important. I want to make sure that I'm keeping this contract between me and myself. You could write yourself a little thing saying, hey, whatever your name is, I promise to do this, do that. I want to do this, do that. And I gave myself some reminders. And so I just wrote myself a little contract and I signed it, as you can see there. And I dated for June the 6th of 2022. So I'm getting this started just like you guys are. So I also want to say, so for muscular strength, we're still on goal number 2 here. So for muscular strength, you want to pick a resistance. I would say whatever you want to do. If you want to increase your strength, if you want to increase upper body strength, if you want to increase lower body strength, or you want to just have a nice firm butt, or whatever the case may be, you've picked your goals as far as muscular strength is concerned. But we always remember that you will need some kind of resistance. I'm firing up the Peloton here, and I'm getting ready to get started on my cardio part of my exercise. Now, and you always want to keep your flexibility. That's another thing. And then diet. Oh my gosh. And the biggest advice I can give to you on a diet is everything in moderation. Don't overdo anything. In moderation, well, I will give you an example of moderation: serving size. So you just want to keep that in mind. We're going to go in more into depth as that goes, as time goes by. The number 3 goal set here, not goal, but another number 3 thing is set a target frequency for intensity and time. Set your days and your time for your cardio, because you're going to need to figure out on what days you can do what, because you're not going to be able to do cardio and muscular strength sometimes in the same day. And if you can, that's great, but you want to divide that up because it keeps it more interesting, and you want to switch around your days if you can. If you need specific days, then go ahead and keep those specific days, but you just want to make sure that you set a frequency intensity. So it's basically what we're saying. Based on the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, most health benefits occur within at least 150 cardio minutes per week. That is only 21.3 minutes a day if you divide that up. I mean, that's not a whole lot. So say you want to double that up, you can. And so you want to make sure that you do that, and just kind of figure out what you want to do for your cardios. You want to set days for your muscular strength as well. And you want to at least do concentrated muscular strength at least 2 days a week. 8 to 12 reps, 8 to 10 different exercises. And the fatigue is the key. Fatigue. Not how much weight you can lift. It's fatigue. It is not the weight. It never has been about the weight. It's always the fatigue. If your form is off, you're trying to do more weight, it will not work. You just pretty much you want to keep your form, and you want to keep that all together. Then we have flexibility. Now, flexibility, my gosh, stretch 2 to 3 days per week. As you can see here, I'm really working out here. I'm actually listening to music, and I'm really going. I know it looks kind of funny, and everybody's like, oh my God, that looks hilarious, because I sped it up, because I did 25 minutes on my Peloton right here. I used to do 45 minutes to an hour. But I have not been on my Peloton in about a month and a half. And so I actually and I was even focusing on getting exercise done. Actually, I think it's been more like 2 months. But anyway, so last time I was on, it was April the 10th, and it is July. Yeah, so it's almost been 2 months. So All right, the next step, which is number 4, set up a system for your mini goals to keep you on track and to keep you focused. That's what you're going to need to do. Number 5, make sure you acknowledge your health and lifestyle change. Prioritize your health. Acknowledge it. Put it before anything, because if you don't, you regret it. Develop tools. Number 6, develop tools for monitoring. Use a tracker, use a planner, use a chart. Have something to document to show your progress, because you want to be able to look back on that. And then number 7, the last one, make the commitment. Sign an agreement to yourself. Make a simple letter. You can make it as short or as long as you want. So pretty much those are my suggestions on getting an exercise program together. I won't go into more depth, but it does take a lot of time, and going into more depth would be a little bit more time consuming. So we're just going to start there, and then I can kind of break it down as to what I do and everything. Now, do not body shame yourself. That's another thing I wanted to say. Don't body shame yourself. Please don't. I mean, everybody is different. Everybody looks different. Every shape is different, you know, and if you're doing this because you want to lose weight, or you want your body to look different, or you just want to increase your overall health, those are all good reasons. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting your body to look different. Do not let anybody else tell you anything different. You just do what you need to do. Now, here I'm cooking some breakfast. I'm making over easy eggs, and I'm going to be putting them on a bagel with some goat cheese, because I don't eat regular cheese, and I can't, and avocado on top. That is one of the most fulfilling, best breakfasts ever. I kid you not. You're getting your omega-3s, you're getting your other omega-3s in your egg yolks, your avocados, and you're getting some carbs. Now, your body does need carbs, contrary to what some of these fast, whatever you call those diets, you know, those fad diets say. You do need carbs. Carbs are pretty much your energy right then and there. It just depends on what kind of carbs you're getting. Now, I use the Dave's Killer Bread for carbs in the morning sometimes, and I don't eat carbs every single morning. I also take the multi-collagen protein, as you can see here. This is very good stuff. It has every single amino acid you're gonna need. All of them are in there. And then I also have the Raw Organic Perfect Green Food Superfoods, which I blend with either orange juice or water. I take my Ritual vitamins. I take my natural B12 because I need a little bit more B12. And I also take my rhodiola. So those are the supplements that I do in the mornings. And I put that multi-collagen protein in my coffee, because actually you can put it in anything you want. You can also make pancakes with it too. And that's a whole nother different thing. I can show you that. So here's my breakfast. I still do my coffee. I do goat milk in my coffee now, because I do not use the Oatly milk anymore. It was causing extreme gut issues and intestinal bloating. It was horrible, you guys. So I don't do that anymore. But as you can see here, now I'm dressed and ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to break off and talk from there. Hi guys, this is Felicia, and I'm glad you got a chance to go with me on the exercising part of my program here. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me because I am definitely trying to make sure that I do it right this time. So like I said, it's just interesting. So I do have my coffee here, and I do use oat milk in my coffee. I do not put sugar in my coffee. The syrup, oh gosh, I can't even remember what it is. Organic hazelnut syrup that I use has some sugar in it. Not a whole heap of a lot, but enough of it to where I don't even have to put it. I don't even put that much in here. I put like a tablespoon. I think that's equivalent to like a 1 pump, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but anyway, I don't put sugar in there. And I put the oat milk creamer, organic oat milk creamer in here. I made my coffee a little bit different today. I am no longer going to be using the Oatly oat milk anymore, because it does contribute to gut inflammation. It contributes to bloating. So if you're using Oatly, because I used it every day, And I was trying to figure out what was causing some of my issues, and that's what it was, because I haven't used it, and now everything is going down back to normal, like inflammation inside of my gut. So we're going to be going over a lot of that too. I'm not going to be doing this every vlog, but I will be kind of like setting aside maybe 2 days out of the month, 1 or 2 days out of the month, to talk about health and health issues. If you have any questions about anything, feel free, because I do cook, and I cook pretty much most of my stuff. Especially if I want it myself, I do cook it from scratch. And if you want to learn how to cook from scratch, then you head to the right channel, because there will be some of the things that I will be showing as well, what I make from scratch, especially like my cinnamon rolls, my cookies, my biscuits. You can eat those things, you know. The problem is that, how can I put this without hurting anybody's feelings? The problem is that we buy store-bought stuff. And when you buy store-bought stuff, even bakery stuff, there's a lot of stuff in that, and you don't need all of that stuff. For instance, if you want dairy free, then use some oat milk. Now I'm changing oat milks. Like I said, I'm going to check out the Trader Joe's oat milk, and we'll see how that turns out. But you know, use an alternative, almond milk. They all work just as well as the milk, as regular milk. If you don't want dairy free, they work just as fine in your recipes. I've been using them for years like that, especially when I make my homemade whoopie pies. Oh my gosh, let's talk about that. But anyway, so I just wanted to get on here and just give you a rundown. We're going to be going on that journey. As you saw, I signed my letter to myself. I'm not going to read that letter to you guys because it is personal, but I did sign that letter to myself. I will be basically taking you along with me on this health journey, and also too, as you can see, I will be showing you, I didn't show you today, but I will be kind of showing you how to use the calipers if you have calipers, or if you have a trainer who is using the calipers on you, you can actually make sure that they're doing the right thing as well. And this is not to downrate trainers, but yeah, you just want to make sure that they're doing it the right way as well. And then that I can show you how to use calipers. I can show you how to calculate your BMI. I can show you all of that stuff, because I that's the stuff that I used to be into years ago, and I stopped because I went back to school. So anyway, so now that we're here and we're on the right track here, we're going to be starting with some of the stuff. And as you can see, I have my water. This helps with the detoxing of, I'm trying to get rid of the excess stuff that the Oatly milk left behind in my system, and so this helps. There's other ways that you can also detox. I do have a cup of mint tea every night. I try to make sure that I get that down. I just make, so this has mint and cucumber in it, and the strawberries to kind of give it some flavor, and some lemon. Now this is really good helpful for when you want to make sure that your body is getting enough water. If you don't like water, you can infuse it with these things, or you could just, you know, just do lemon and mint, or just lemon or mint. It doesn't really matter. Either way it goes, you can do that. But this is a detox, so that I can get the leftovers of that Oatly milk out of my system and out of my gut and out of my intestinal tracts, which is, by the way, where all your toxins hang out. So we're going to be getting into that little by little. I will be talking about different subjects. I've done so much research on this. There's some nutritionists that might not agree with me, but we'll go over that as well, because there's some issues with that as well, because not everyone's body, especially not everyone from different ethnic backgrounds, is the same. You cannot treat everyone's body the same. Everyone's body is not the same. And here's where nutritionists and myself will have a debate, because they are learning book knowledge, which is great, and they're educated with that. That's fine. But if you really, really want to know how your body works, the best thing is for you to do is do your own research. Figure out what's going on in your own body, and then do your own research. And I highly, highly recommend that. We're going on this journey. At this point, I do not want to disclose how much I weigh, but I will disclose that I do have a high BMI right now. It is not good. So my goal is to get to between 22 and 24. So my goal is to get rid of that much BMI, which is quite a bit for me right now at this point. My BMI right now is 31.5. Now I am tall. I have to take my height into consideration. I took all my height that into consideration. I took my age into consideration, and to be honest with you, my BMI is not supposed to be at 31. I mean, even if I got under 30, I'll be better than I am right now. So that is one of the things that I do want to get you to understand. I am really taking this very technical because I'm very, very serious about my health. I know you probably haven't seen this side of me, but when it comes to health and fitness, yeah. I mean, you know, if you're interested in keeping yourself healthy, I'll be honest with you, fruits and vegetables, I cannot state that more. The green leafy vegetables, especially vegetables. I cannot strain that enough, you know. And water. Oh gosh, water. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to get on here today to explain. So the health journey is going to be one of the videos that I am going to definitely carry on throughout this, and I will be checking in, and I will be discussing my BMI every month, not a problem. And then once I get to halfway to the goal to where I want to get to, I will probably maybe disclose my weight. Let's just say I don't weigh as much as I thought I did, but I weigh more than I thought I did. So we'll just put it at that. I know that doesn't make sense. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, and you have a great and wonderful rest of your week, day, month, whatever it may be. Take care, guys. Peace.